This is a day I've been looking forward to for 2.5 years. An iPod, a phone, and an internet communicator. An iPod, a phone. Are you getting it? These are not 3 separate devices. This is one device. And we are calling it iPhone. Today, Apple is going to reinvent the phone. But what we're going to do is get rid of all these buttons and just make a giant screen. A giant screen. Now, how are we going to communicate this? We don't want to carry around a mouse, right? So what are we going to do? Oh, a stylus, right? We're going to use a stylus. No. No. Who wants a stylus? You have to get them and put them away and you lose them. Yuck. Nobody wants a stylus. So let's not use a stylus. We're going to use the best pointing device in the world. We're going to use a pointing device that we're all born with. We're born with 10 of them. We're going to use our fingers. We're going to touch this with our fingers. And we have invented a new technology called multi-touch, which is phenomenal. It works like magic. You don't need a stylus. It's far more accurate than any touch display that's ever been shipped. It ignores unintended touches. It's super smart. You can do multi-finger gestures on it. And boy, have we patented it. So, the second thing we're doing is we're learning from the iPod, syncing with iTunes. You know, we're going to ship our 100 millionth iPod this year, and that's tens of millions of people that know how to sync these devices with their PCs or Mac and sync all of their media right onto their iPod, right? So you just drop your iPod in, and it automatically syncs. You're going to do the same thing with iPhone. It automatically syncs to your PC or Mac right through iTunes. And iTunes is going to sync all your media onto your iPhone, your music, your audiobooks, podcasts, movies, TV shows, music videos, but it also syncs a ton of data. Your contacts, your calendars, and your photos, which you can get on your iPod today, your notes, your bookmarks from your web browser, your email accounts, your whole email setup, all that stuff can be moved over to iPhone completely automatically. It's really nice. And we do it through iTunes. Again, you go to iTunes and you set it up, just like you'd set up an iPod or an Apple TV. And you set up what you want synced to your iPhone. And it's just like an iPod. Charge and sync. So sync with iTunes. Third thing I want to talk about a little is design. We've designed something wonderful for your hand. Just wonderful. And this is what it looks like. It's got a 3.5-inch screen on it. It's really big. And it's the highest resolution screen we've ever shipped. It's 160 pixels per inch. Highest we've ever shipped. It's gorgeous. And on the front, there's only one button down there. We call it the home button. It takes you home from wherever you are. And that's it. Let's take a look at the side. It's really thin. It's thinner than any smartphone out there at 11.6 millimeters. Thinner than the Q, thinner than the Blackjack, thinner than all of them. It's really nice. And we got some controls on the side. We got a little switch for ring and silent. We've got a volume up and down control. Let's look at the back. On the back, the biggest thing of note is we got a 2-megapixel camera built right in. The other side, and we're back on the front. So let's take a look at the top now. We've got a headset jack, 3.5 millimeter. All your iPod headphones fit right in. We've got a little tray for your SIM card. And we've got one switch for sleep and wake. Just push it to go to sleep, push it to wake up. Let's take a look at the bottom. We've got a speaker, we've got a microphone, and we've got our 30-pin iPod connector. So that's the bottom. Now, we've also got some stuff you can't see. We've got 3 really advanced sensors built into this phone. The first one is a proximity sensor. It senses when physical objects get close. So when you bring iPhone up to your ear to take a phone call, it turns off the display and it turns off the touch sensor instantly. Well, why do you want to do that? Well, 1, to save battery, but 2, so you don't get spurious inputs from your face into the touchscreen. Just automatically turns them off, take it away, boom, it's back on. So it's got a proximity sensor built in. It's got an ambient light sensor as well. We sense the ambient lighting conditions and adjust the brightness of the display to match the ambient lighting conditions. Again, better user experience, saves power. And the third thing we've got is an accelerometer, so that we can tell when you switch from portrait to landscape.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Barney.
Hello. 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 Hello.
Bonjour.
Hi. Yellow. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yo, yo.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello. Hello.
This is how you turn it on. This is your music. This is your email. This is the web. And this is a call on your iPhone. So, say you're watching Pirates of the Caribbean. Did somebody say calamari? The closest would be... ah. There's never been an iPod that can do this. Or this. Or this. Or for that matter, this. You'll be surprised by some of the stuff you find on YouTube. But when it comes right down to it, maybe the biggest surprise is finding YouTube on your phone. This is not a watered-down version of the internet, or the mobile version of the internet, or the kinda sorta looks like the internet. It's just the internet on your phone. It's amazing what fits in a pocket these days. Your favorite music, all your email, today's newspaper, endless entertainment, and of course, a phone. You never know what part of the internet you'll need. The should you take sunblock part. The how's traffic to the airport part. The "what about an ocean view room" part. Or the "can you really afford this" part. Which is why all the parts of the internet are on the iPhone.
You never know which part of the internet you'll need. The "do you need sun cream" part. The "what's the quickest way to the airport" part. The "what about an ocean view room" part. Or the "can you really afford this" part. Which is why all the parts of the internet are on the iPhone.
Here's an idea. Instead of carrying an iPod and a phone, why not carry an iPod with all your favorite music and your favorite movies in your phone? All these years, you've gone through the day without email like this in your pocket, or stock updates like this in your pocket, or internet like this in your pocket, and you survived. The question is, how?
I'm a ballet dancer at the New York City Ballet, and I have a blog called thewinger.com. It's like a dance collaborative blog, and I mobile blog from backstage, so I use the iPhone a lot for that purpose. During the performance, I can snap photos from the wings, photos of dancers putting their point shoes on, and send it directly to the website so people can see what's going on in real time. Could be backstage in my dressing room doing that. It's multitasking, it's important, even for ballet dancers.
One of the greatest advancements in the history of mankind, without question. Visual voicemail, you go in here, hit voicemail, a list comes up. You pick which ones you want to listen to. Guy that owes me money, message is 4 minutes long. Obviously, it's a story about how he's not going to pay me. Skip it, whatever. But you just listen, you go in order and you pick whatever one you want. You listen to it, you listen to them later, you never listen to them. It's the greatest.
So basically, at one point, I had to carry a little bag to carry everything around with me. I had the iPod, I had a camera, and I had a regular phone, and a phone that I used for text messaging and emails and stuff like that. 4 things. One thing. I want to get up, grab my wallet and my iPhone, and walk out of the house and jump in my car and go. I never forget my phone, and that's everything all in one for me. That's my lifeline. Yeah.
I was sitting in a restaurant with my girlfriend. We were going to meet her boss and her boss's fiance. I'd never met either, but she couldn't remember the fiance's name. And they were coming in like 3 minutes. And then I said, wait, it's on their wedding website. So I took the iPhone out under the table and I was like pulling up the wedding website and just scrolled down to see the name. That's it. So just then we got up and we just, we confidently introduced ourselves. Her boss and fiance don't know that I don't remember their names. I think it was Meredith.
I'm an off-Broadway theater producer. My latest play is called My First Time, and it's about exactly what you think it's about. My First Time has a fan site, so this phone allows me to keep track of exactly what they're saying at all times. At the same time, emailing the director and saying, hey, the fans are telling me that this guy is doing great, this guy flubbed the line, this guy this, you need to get back in the theater and check it out. With this phone, I can accomplish every single area of my business that no other phone has ever been able to do. And it makes me a better businessman and a better artist at the same time.
We were departing Chicago en route to Newark, New Jersey. We were told we were going to have a 3-hour delay, 3 hours, for an hour and 41-minute flight. And as we were sitting there with our engine shut down, I turned on my iPhone and went to weather.com, and I saw that the rain showers had already passed the field, at which point we contacted our dispatcher, and dispatch took another look at the weather, and sure enough, about 30 minutes later, Tower called us and said, you guys are clear to go. Everybody was happy and life was good.
Say you're out shopping for a car, and the salesman says, this is the best deal in town, guaranteed. Sounds good. But let's say you want a second opinion. That's when having the entire internet on your phone sounds even better. The nice thing about having the internet in your pocket is that the next time someone bets you're wrong, but you know you're right, you can just look it up right there. Then you have the internet and $5 in your pocket. If you love Facebook so much that you check it every time you're at the computer, just think how great it would be to check it every time you're, well, nowhere near your computer, right on your phone. What's so great about having the internet in your pocket? Well, then you can see the trail map when you're on the mountain, find a good place to eat in town when you're hungry, and change your flight when you're just not ready to go home. That's what's so great. Having a phone with a map is smart. But having a phone with a map that knows where you are and gives you step-by-step directions to anywhere, that's brilliant. We've all gone into a record store, looked around for some music, listened to some music, and then bought some music. But how many of us have ever done all that using nothing more than a phone?
Not too long ago, finding out about a new film, mentioning it to a friend, figuring out where the cinema is, and booking tickets needed more than just a phone.